Hello, my name is Jeff Lizerbaum. I'm a pre-sales architect here at Managed Solution, and I'm going to give you a little overview of Windows Autopilot. Now, Windows Autopilot recently has made some changes like Microsoft products usually do, and that's really to make it a better experience both on the admin side as well as the end user side. Autopilot for Windows is really broken up into two different approaches. There's a deployment profile and there's a preparation policy. There are some differences between them, mainly in terms of how compliance settings are set, how pre-installed apps are set up, and things like that. Sometimes all you need is a device preparation policy. Sometimes you need both. Or maybe the path that's going to suit your needs a little bit better as we go through the motions after looking at an autopilot project. The workflow of deployment profiles and preparation policies always starts with having the device IDs. These device IDs can be IDs from an OEM that is shipped to the user, or they could be a collection of IDs of machines that you have in-house. But the essence of it is that the end user will receive a laptop or a desktop in some cases. They're going to go through an out-of-box experience. They're going to sign in with their identity, and depending on how the autopilot deployment profile is going to be captured, it would be either through an actual autopilot deployment profile, or it might go directly through a device preparation policy. Either case, the goal is to enroll the devices using Autopilot so that the users can sign in with their ID and the rest of the configuration takes place, and then they should be up and running really within a matter of minutes. In this case, I have Megan, who was hired as part of our CTO leadership. As you can see from our interface in Intune, there's some devices, and this particular one has been provisioned ahead of time. In fact, we have the machine IDs, the serial numbers, and again, this might have been brought to our attention either through a manufacturer who supplied us the IDs, or it could have been us running some PowerShell script to be able to upload the IDs and get those machines really kind of pre-populated into our Intune portal for Autopilot to take place. The next step is that an autopilot preparation policy is created, and there's a device ID that's assigned to a preparation policy. So the device itself is assigned. On the end user side, when Megan unpacks the machine and starts it up, there's going to be a few things that happen here. Updates are going to kind of go through, making sure everything is up to date. It's going to reboot, and Megan is going to be prompted with a logon to her account so that she can continue. And really, that's the extent of what Megan needs to do as an end user, is simply to log in, use MFA to approve the request, and the rest will really take place. So I'm just going to kind of fast forward it in and speed up the motion and look at what the actions take place running in Autopilot. So after everything is set up, Megan will continue to click OK, set up a new PIN. Now sometimes we have these things pre-configured, sometimes Windows Hello is already configured, so there's a few ways to do it, but the end result is logging in and accessing the resources within the desktop environment, and especially some type of naming scheme for the machines. These can be pretty much automated in terms of naming those machines there. From that perspective, just doing a couple checks and balances on the back end, what we're looking at are the devices that have been enrolled. I can see that from here that Megan's machine looks enrolled and it's compliant according to the compliance policies that we addressed there. But from there, Intune Autopilot is there to help you facilitate the setup of a workstation really without having to manage various types of OS images, and it becomes a really nice manufacturer direct to user, or maybe from your provisioning office directly to the user to be able to provision these with ease. If you have any other questions, feel free to visit our website at managesolution.com. Thank you.